Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, and we are live. How are you, Miss Mel? How are you
I
doing
am
today?
good. I'm tired. I'm glad that work is over.
One
One
more
more
day,
day.
right? Yeah, there you go. One more day. That's always good. I'm not looking forward to
Mhm.
the weekend because once again,
Why?
I work. I don't know
Oh,
why. I work all the weekends.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's okay. At least me time during the week, though.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
go out of town next week, so I'm excited about
Oh,
that.
fun.
Some of the family. I just realized I didn't put like right here. All this stuff fell the other
Oh,
day, and so I had to put all these come as individual strings.
mhm.
And I just realized that I missed some spots. I was gonna put some in. I completely forgot. I don't think about background during about sprints until
Mhm,
I'm doing sprints. I'm like, crap.
mhm.
Anyway, everybody, hello. Who's in the chats? Just us. This is Sprints with Friends. We may have two more pop in. We shall see. I sent the link out. So, let's see. Heather
Hey,
says she's
Heather.
eating lunch. She may come back. So, she's one of the ones that might pop up. And we may have Miss Adrian, although I see
Okay.
she's in Philadelphia
Ooh.
on a thing. At least that's what it looked like on Instagram. I didn't check the date. You know, Instagram, some stuff be popping up from like
Mhm.
2 years ago. I learned my lesson by like with videos of telling people, oh yeah, I want to join this, I want to do this, because I did this with one creator. It was like a book club pick, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get the book. And I messaged them, and they were like, what are you talking about? Couldn't find out it was like last January. I'm like
Oh
trying to
my
find this book to
gosh.
be part of the crew, and it's like we done read that.
Nice. Funny. Speaking of book club and also speaking of Heather,
Uh,
what are you reading for March? Are you reading that speeches book?
I was thinking about it. Truthfully, I've not thought too much about March and what I am reading. So, for what we're referring to, y'all, for Heather's Heroes and Heroines, she has a book club called I Read Dead People Book Club. So, the criteria is classics, which in her minds is they're dead. So, hopefully, it's not anybody recent. So, but last month we read Passing, and before that it was Iola Leroy. So, a different book. So the current month, March, can't believe it's March 2nd already. Good Lord. So I think some people are reading 100 Years of Solitude, but it's pretty much pick what you want. So that's the context. So I was thinking of reading a book that it was a short book, like famous speeches by like Black activists, politicians, whoever. But I haven't really thought much about it. So unless something else comes up, then yes, I think I will.
I was just checking because I know that I forget who it was, but somebody in your discussion, I forget which book it was. I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday, but you had a live last weekend and somebody brought up The Black or the Berry. So I didn't know if you were going to read that because if you don't read that, then I'm going to read that.
You can read that. You can read that. It
Okay.
was I think it was Kenny.
Oh, was it?
Guys, was it Kenny? Hold up. Oh my gosh, why am I thinking it's Kenny? I see I
I
get it
can't
mixed
remember who
up.
it was.
Kenny or no, was it Mayama? Because I know
It
Mayama's
might have
been
been
reading a
Mayama,
lot of
yeah.
what we've been reading. Yeah. So she read Passing, and then Black of the Berry, I guess, is a different version, or
Mm.
it's the opposite side where, it's more favored being darker. But that does sound pretty interesting. And I looked it up and I was like, okay. That'd be a cool blog. So if you do, you can rival her blog.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of speeches. I just think that will be really cool. And I have an audio component. So
Oh,
I think
nice.
I'm going to stick into that. I think it'd be
Mm.
fun. But I did look it up, and there's like tons of different volumes
Mhm.
of like, I think I counted like at least 9 different volumes of famous speeches.
Mhm.
And this is by just anybody.
Mhm.
Like, I saw one with like Abraham Lincoln. I can't think of some other ones. There was some like Maya Angelou, just all different varieties. So what I was trying to do is find one. The one I looked up was just like African Americans,
Mhm.
but I wanted to find one that featured like other minorities too. Because what I'm trying to do with my channel is talk about books by minority authors, not necessarily just African Americans or Black people in general. But so I wanted to see one that kind of had, a little bit more variety. But if I don't, then I'm completely fine with that one. I wrote it down, but I'm not, set on that one. But I do like the idea of it. So,
I'm looking forward to seeing what you say about it once you read it.
I think it'd be interesting. You never know. If this was in school, I'd be trying to remember it and be like, this is what they said. I used to be in the drama club back in the day. It wasn't very good, but we memorized a lot of stuff. We had a guy that recognized I still remember his name. His name was Derek. And he memorized the Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech. And he went to all these scholastic drama activities we went to, and he won a lot of ribbons.
Nice.
Very, very good. Okay, let's not ignore the chats here. Hello, Emma. How you doing? To boop the button. Thank you. You boop the button. Thank you so much. I have to have you on mute because my family are watching TV. I do that too while I'm watching TV with my husband for quality time because, we have different activities. I'll put an earbud on and I'll watch TV. So I'm involved some days. I feel like I haven't had enough tea though. Okay, so what are you going to be reading?
I am reading X's and O's.
Ooh, I have heard of that. Romance, right? Want to tell a synopsis or you got
I don't really know yet. I mean, just the gist of what I get is that this girl is unlucky in love, and so rather than
right? Takes a long time, and then you hope it stays.
Continuing to be unlucky in love and like meet new people and get to know them only for things to not work out, which is so relatable. I think that's what really hooked me. I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't even care anymore to keep getting to know people. Like, I don't care. But so instead, she's going back through like her Rolodex, like her exes. And she's like reaching out to them to see if she can make it work with one of her exes so that she doesn't have to keep getting to know new people.
That sounds like a movie with Anna.
It might be.
Okay, anybody in the chat? Oh, hi y'all. How you doing? Hey Pat, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming. Heather hasn't come yet, but she may be later. Okay, so what's the movie? It was a movie with, I'm gonna determine, Anna Faris, and she's trying to go on something about she's not trying to add to her. What's my number? I think that's it.
I think I've heard of that.
What's my number? Yeah, she's not trying to add anybody new. Yep, that's it. So she's not trying to add anybody new because she believes that somebody else is the one. I guess she read an article or something like that that says, I guess the number of people you've slept with. I don't know. Something about that. I can't remember, but I know it was good.
Yeah. She's a bookstagrammer too, which is interesting. She's a bookstagrammer and a book talker. Not sure how I feel about the book talk part, but the bookstagram, I thought that was interesting that she's like a book influencer. So that's interesting. And then her new roommate that she just moved in with, I think it's her best friend's boyfriend's ex-roommate or something like that. And so he's, I guess, helping her like reach out to her exes and go out on these dates and stuff. I'm sure they're going to end up together in the end.
And that's exactly like the movie. It was the next door philanthropist, is that the word? Whatever. The hoish next door neighbor guy. Yes. Yep. So what do you mean you don't know about her book talk? Are you not liking it or something?
I don't know. I just don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the story because book talk is such like a visual thing. It's like these 15, 30-second videos. I don't know how the author is going to be able to like describe it in a way where it like makes sense, if that makes sense.
Okay, I get you. Yeah, I agree. Do they actually put like some of the posts, like with Bookstagram?
Yeah, there's one in like the first chapter, and the way it was written was a little bit confusing. Like I could tell because it's like written, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like there are parts where like it's like almost like a script where there's like blocking and then like what she's saying and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like it's weird written. I have the audiobook, so I'm gonna try to do the audiobook with it the next time, because when I read that section I was just reading it, but I'm gonna try to listen to the audiobook to see if the audiobook has like a better effect on those sections of the story.
You should see what books that she talks about. Like, right?
She talks a lot about Sex in the City. That I
Oh,
have
really?
noticed so far, which I've never seen it. So
But that's a movie though.
mhm.
Is Sex in the City also books?
I don't
I
think
don't think so.
so. I think it's just a TV show, but she has made multiple references. I think that's what she's referencing. Whatever she's referencing, I've never seen or heard it, so I don't
Yeah.
know what she's talking about. But I think it's Sex in the City.
In her posts?
Just in general, like throughout the
Oh,
story,
okay.
she like will make random references
Okay.
to like Sex in the City characters or like scenes and stuff. And I'm like, I don't, it's like going over my head. I don't
That's
know what we're
probably her
talking about.
jam. Like I kind of got in on Sex in the City towards the end. Like I know about it, but I haven't read all the listened to all the episodes or saw them.
Mm.
But I was confused when you said book talk and how that
Yeah, she
relates.
hasn't
So,
even talked about that yet. So we'll see.
okay.
We'll see how that's why I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna go. Like when the author gets to that part, I don't know how it's
Yeah.
gonna be written in a way that's gonna like make sense.
What year is this book?
I think this just came out this year.
Okay. So let me know because I already know. Is this a white author?
I'm assuming that she is BIPOC. I don't know what her name is, Amy Lee, and I'm pretty sure this character. I thought this character anyway, the main character in this book. I thought that she was Hispanic of some sort or Asian or something, but I'm not sure.
Well, it might not matter. It might not matter either. The reason I said that is because book talk, especially co-host. So I was just thinking you're gonna probably reference
We'll
that.
see.
So let me know if I'm right. Okay. So I don't I would think I was just curious because who's looking at a lot of people in book
Mhm.
talk of who's looking at co-hosts. So that's why I was curious as to the race of the author. But it
Mhm.
probably doesn't even matter. It's book talk. So let me know co-host, how many references, because
Mhm.
that may come up. Hello, Kenny. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to do a sprint soon. Oh, I didn't even say what I'm reading. What are y'all reading in the chats? Let us know. I am reading the
Is
Obelisk.
that part 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I am so close. Not really. I am on page, what am I, 314? No, yeah, 314. And I have till page 391. So I'm so close.
Yeah, you are close.
I want to post a vlog about this or just, I don't know. I always get confused. Like when you say vlog, I think of anything like a video talking. So we all do vlogs, but then some people say vlogs are like, when you're chronicling multiple things, blah, 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 blah. I want to post a video about this tomorrow. So my goal, I should have been done. I've just been procrastinating, I think. I don't know what I've been doing.
That's how I was with Assassin's Blade. I just finished Assassin's Blade yesterday. I don't know. Didn't hit for me.
No.
I know. I'll give the
that's
second
the
book a
one,
shot, but if the second book doesn't hit, I'm done with this series.
See, I'm forcing myself with NKJ because I want to be part of this year-long readathon because I have a fear of series. Am I going to get over that with her? No, but I'm using her as a test case because I keep hearing about how great the fifth season. No, I'm sorry, the Broken Earth trilogy is, and then also all her other books. And I have looked at reviews of her other books, and they're more about like people in action. I think maybe I'm wrong. So I'm excited to get to that. Like the one, what is it, 1,000 Kingdoms or something? But either way, I understand this book is great. And I feel like the more I'm getting into this one, I am more invested in the characters. Still, I have the same opinion about the magic. It's interesting, but I am committed. I'm going to get through it. And I am enjoying it.
We're almost done.
Yeah, and I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I persevered. Like, I remember I was talking about this last month and stuff that I was wavering about how committed I am. I will say, I'm gonna probably say all this in my video, but anyway, I will say that if this was not like a year-long readathon that I wanted to, I guess it's just a personal thing for me. I probably would not have gone past the first book. So while I'm interested, it's like all this earth stuff, it's like, I don't understand it. But you know what? It's just like when you read sci-fi. You don't understand all of it. Don't get hung up in the lingo. Just move on past. When you get to something you understand, That's what I do about fantasies and sci-fis and things with stuff I can't relate to, but it has a good plot. So
No, I'm
that's where I'm at.
scared. I'm scared to read it now.
No, it's good. It's just, different magic. It's like earth magic. Like I'm more for, oh, you're gonna kill somebody, oh, somebody gonna do somebody, oh, how they, I'm shallow like that. I'm a shallow me, okay? And she ain't being shallow at all. Oh, to a certain extent though, because one of the characters got a little something, but they didn't talk about it. I want to know what they did behind the curtain. They didn't talk about it. So that's where I'm at. But I'm in here. I'm in it to win it, and it's gonna go down, and I'm good. However, I will say we're on page 315, and as soon it's still in the same spot. She ain't moved yet. I may have had too much caffeine today. I don't know what's going on. I have to replay this back and be like, Courtney, are you hyper or what? I don't know. But we're gonna be reading this bad boy.
We're gonna start. Me and Mika are gonna start reading, and Kenny's here. So Kenny, this is the announcement, I guess. But me and Mika are gonna start reading the 5th season, probably the week of the 15th. I don't know exactly what day we're gonna start, but sometime that week is probably when we're gonna start reading 5th season. So we'll do something, create something on Storygraph or whatever. So if anybody wants to join that, but yeah, we're gonna get started on that.
Are y'all gonna do a live show?
I don't know. We didn't talk about that. We can. Well, I don't mind. I'll talk to Mika and see if she's interested.
That's cool. Okay. Well, I mean, do what y'all want to do. I'll be in the chats either way. Let me know. So wouldn't mind talking about with other folks, seeing what they're trying to say. So let me know when y'all post y'all thing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. I keep hearing about that. When I get round to it, I have a heavy day, so I just might chill. Just had a glorious bath. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of foot pain lately, so I just had a foot soak, and it was awesome. Use some Epsom salt. So I hope that you are feeling more relaxed. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on, Pat. So
are you finished moving yet, Pat?
Yeah, she has a lot of stuff going on. Moving is no joke. Once action and book, action book, all that good
Maybe
stuff.
You would like going to class.
Serious. Yeah, I keep hearing about it. We'll see. It's another series. That's the issue.
Yeah,
y'all on these series. Booktubers there. Y'all trying to get me, and you got me.
Trying to draw you in.
Oh no, I'm fear of commitment, y'all.
You might like it. It was a lot of action scenes. Like most of it is action and fight scenes, which might have something to do with why I didn't particularly care for it. Because even like in movies and TV, I'm not really into like fight scenes and car chases and all that kind of like actiony stuff. I'm more into like the dialogue and like the intellect or the special effects, the magic, like that to me is more interesting. So I'm curious now to see like if I read 5th season, if I like that more than Assassin's Blade. Because Assassin's Blade, I'm just like, all right, can we skip past this? Like, I get it, fight, somebody's gonna die. Okay, what's next?
See, I'm the same way in that it's just the idea that something happened. Like, that's the thing. It's not necessarily in it. Because even like in a movie, when there's a scene, I'm like, I'm not looking at all these little details prolonged. It's the idea that, you killed somebody. You slashed them. Oh, that was cool. What's their reaction? It's that type of stuff, But this one's, I'm not into... For the longest of time, I read a lot of psychological thriller type books, and there's always something missing. And it's like, I don't want to be in somebody's head so much. I feel like this book is just mainly like a lot of like backtrack and knowing the behind the scenes, which is interesting because you're like, but it's just still like, what's going on? But I think it's building up for the last book. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be done. Like I said, I did it, but I am enjoying it though. Maybe I'm explaining it wrong though. Yes, we will be supporting you. I think Pat's read the 5th season too, or the whole thing, right? So we will be supporting over exercise. Love you. Hello, Margaret. How are you doing? Your latest wrap up. Nice to see you live. Thank you very much. I enjoyed February. Good reads.
Yeah, February was a really good month for me.
It was. Well, I think you had so many people talking about, oh, I don't know. Every month we were talking about a whole bunch of good books, but I enjoy my Black authors. So that's one of those things that I really do like.
Okay.
Packing, decluttering, decorating. Woo. Ugh. Well, it's good that I think you said you're downsizing. So that's good. Less stuff to move around. It's good to go through your things every now and then. You ever go through your stuff and you're like, dang, I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep.
You don't realize, like when you know how everybody wants to move to a house with a bunch of storage. You don't realize how much you done packed into that bad boy till you got to pull that crap out. You're like, what's funny is I was doing a good job of getting rid of stuff like with the pandemic, Facebook Marketplace. I was telling my husband earlier, I made some money. As soon as they opened everything up, people stopped buying.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're getting it from me for free practically. And now you're paying twice as much in the store and just whatever. Slow in January at 6 and leaped up to 13 books. Wow.
Nice.
It's good to have focus. And you have a lot of really good readathons going on too. I think it's the idea of finding readathons you want to participate. It's nothing like a good readathon to make me just pile in some books, Like on my own, I read a lot, but give me some readathons and I'm just like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, and then I'm like a readaholic. My stuff still has the tags on it.
Wow.
Yep. Yepers. Use them. My mama has like a Prada purse, and I'm like, where are you going to wear it? Are you going to? I'm wearing for a special occasion. What's the occasion? You don't go nowhere. Wear it now. I don't need an excuse to dress up. I'm gonna just do it. That's her. Okay, you ready to get to a sprint?
Yep.
Get some reading done here. Okay, do I have my timer? Let me see. All right, I got my 45. You okay with 45?
Yep, that works for me.
Okay, 45 minutes here. We've got our Black Author Tube readathon closing wrap up today. Just finished my notes to prepare. That should be a fun time. That should be cool. Well, we're reading them books, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's get to 45-minute timer and we'll see where we go from there. I'll take this here. And happy reading. Hello. Ooh, hold up. Where is
Stitch Fix. Get
there we
pieces
go.
that fit you with 3 easy steps.
These timers. Okay, how did your reading go?
We learned what you like.
Really well.
Does that match?
33 pages, I think I got through.
Oh, good job. Good job. I think I got to about 20. Sorry, I'm trying to cue this thing up. There we go. Okay. Hello, Miss Adrienne.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Fine. I was still working.
Oh, you have to take work home? That sucks.
Well, I work from home. So
Oh.
I've been still working home from March 2020. So,
Oh man. Do you go into the office any days?
sometimes like tomorrow we have a meeting in person.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends. The majority of the time, no, we're home.
It's good to be able to set your own time stuff, get up when you want, although within reason, right? When you don't have to worry about the commute, it's much nicer.
Yeah.
I saw you on IG. You were what was the D thing you were talking about?
So I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and one of the Divine Nine sororities, and I saw someone who was a part of the same meeting that I was, which had to do with student financial aid, and he's a member of one of Kappa Alpha Psi, which is one of the fraternities in the Divine Nine. So it was our first time meeting each other, and I said, we got to take a picture. So
that was cool. You can see the happiness on your face. Get your brother there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Are you in Philly? It said Philadelphia. Was that old? Or
Yeah, I was in Philadelphia from Saturday until I came back yesterday, day before yesterday.
Nothing like being home. How'd you enjoy Philadelphia or Philadelphia? Some people say.
Yep. And I'm heading out again. I'm trying to find out. Well, I think I'm just going for the day because something came up. So I think I'm just going for the day, Sunday.
Busy schedule.
Baltimore.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, my goddaughter is pregnant, so she's having her baby shower.
Fun
Sunday.
stuff.
There you go. Get to eat some cake.
I wish you were staying longer.
I do too. There's a few of y'all. I'm like, because I already told Erica, I said, I am not going to be able to see you. She said, I'm taking issue with that. I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it. Now something came up today, so I'm going to have to go there and turn around and come back. I haven't even bought my train ticket yet, so.
Ooh, that's a long. Well, at least you're not driving. Yeah. Do you drive at all? I know a lot of times in New York. No. Yeah, sometimes in the big city, you don't need
born and raised New York City. I'm just gonna say New York City gal that does not drive. It's not that I don't want to drive. This when I think about I should be able to drive. It's like it's too late now. I mean, I could still learn how to drive, but it's just not at the forefront.
It's more of a chaos though. When you have public transit at your disposal, it's
24-hour transit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. All you need is your little pass and call it a day. Swipe, right? Mm-hmm. No car maintenance. So I got out there and I got
New York City has the alternate side of the street. So even if I did drive, I wouldn't own a car if I lived in a city because you have to get up and do the alternate side of the street parking.
That's chaos.
It's living in the big city.
I don't even like going to Philadelphia because I got to drive in, and out here in Jersey you got to drive everywhere. But like in Philadelphia, I got to look around for parking, which is a nightmare in itself. Then I got to pay for it. Like I know people when I used to live in Seattle, Washington, and I knew people that lived like in the city, and they were doing like what you're saying. You have to move your car on certain days. Or you have to pay. It was all paid parking. So you'd have to pay to be home. So my friend would want to come visit me. I'm like, You have a house. You can't be here just so you don't have to pay parking. Better go ahead and find one of the parking spots. You got to pay what, $2,000 or more a year. Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy. And like when my girlfriend drove us down to Philly, and so we were in the car. It takes 2 hours to get there, and we didn't park at the hotel because it was like $50 a day. It was
yeah,
crazy.
it's
So
crazy.
we parked
They get you.
across the street because we were at the Marriott downtown, which was literally across the street from the Reading Market.
Oh, Reading, I love it. I've been there forever.
Yeah,
That
the
Amish
Reading
part,
Market.
did you go there
Mm.
to the Reading Market at all?
No.
Oh, they have an
just,
awesome Amish market in there.
Oh, okay.
Good food.
Saw some other things that I like. I said, oh, that's great. But we parked across the street. So, which was,
Yeah.
convenient, just go across the street, but it was much cheaper.
It is. They try to get you with parking, I'm telling you. So I read somewhere that sometimes, like, some people tear down a building, like you have an old dilapidated building or whatever in the city, because everything's a premium, and not just Philadelphia, New York, and other places too.
Mhm.
And you make more money just having an empty lot and selling parking spaces and don't have to maintain a building. And you can post a sign saying not responsible if things are stolen or if somebody hit your car, because that's probably going to happen. And then you're not liable for anything.
Yeah.
It's
You don't
crazy.
see those that much anymore in Manhattan, I'm going to say. I'm just going to speak on Manhattan. You don't see that because, I live in Harlem, and they've been building up Harlem for a while.
Yeah.
So, in the Bronx, they're building up the Bronx now. I don't even recognize some parts of it. I'm like, okay.
Real estate's a
So,
premium. Mm.
yeah, building these glass structures, gentrification.
Mm. People are, yeah, I hear all the time about people can't really afford to even like buy homes out there these days because they're just buying
The
up
New
and
York
building up
Times
everything.
2 weeks ago had an article saying that one of the fastest growing people that are moving out are African Americans who have degrees. And they interviewed some people, and they're like, my friends have houses and cars and don't even have to pay all the stuff that I'm paying up here, and it makes no sense. So I'm moving
feel you.
wherever they were moving to.
It sucks to work your whole life and have a good job, and then you still can't even afford to buy a home, you know? I want to move out of Jersey because it's expensive, and it's not even as expensive as New York. Jersey just checks on taxes to everything. It's crazy.
Right. Because like Nassau County, Long Island, the taxes are crazy.
I want to go back home to Texas where everybody complains, oh, my taxes are $2,000. Shut up.
They don't have state.
I know, that's even better, right?
Yeah, neither does Florida and is it Arizona and Nevada?
Wouldn't mind that. Florida and Texas are two places I wouldn't mind going. Maybe Arizona. I wouldn't mind going to Phoenix, but I hear there's a lot of crime. But yeah, I wouldn't mind moving
everywhere. I'm always
That's true.
My New York radar going. I try not to be so relaxed that I forget.
Oh no, I'm not relaxed. When I come home at night, I'm like, because out here, oh my gosh, y'all, out here, somebody was coming from an ATM and noticed somebody kind of following them. Now, stupidly, it is what it is, but they drove home and then the person bum rushed them in their house. So I wouldn't have drove home if I felt like somebody was following me. But still, that's in the burbs. So that's really just, you're never safe anywhere. Don't ever let your guard down. I'll be looking around. Like, I feel safe, but I also know that's a false reality though. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's got serious for BookTube, y'all. So what are you reading, Miss Adrienne?
I'm gonna start reading the Cicely Tyson memoir.
Ooh, when did that come out?
Literally when she died. It was scheduled to come out, and then she died. She died in December or January, and it came out literally the week after she died. It was weird.
And she's lived a long life. I bet you're gonna find some interesting stuff in there. Whew. Okay, well that sounds pretty fun. How big is that? Say it again. Sorry, I can't hear.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be listening to it. So.
Oh, is it in her own voice?
I believe so. Let me check and I'll tell you right.
I definitely like a good memoir in their own voice. I keep hearing about this Pamela Anderson memoir. I don't know if she narrates it, but I keep hearing about people talking about it. And I'm like, I don't know. I like a unique perspective. And, and then also I am skewed with some people, but I'm just like, do I really want to know more about Pam Anderson? I think she's talked a lot.
I'm
Huh?
good.
I feel like the sex tape is interesting, but she's talked so much. They had the trial. I feel like I kind of know all the things that I want to know. And it's like, is there anything more about her that I think is interesting? Like, it's like Spare. I don't know. I think there's more interest in Spare. But I'm like, if somebody wants to tell me something about her that maybe I don't know, then fine. But, I think she hit the gene lottery. And that to me is as much as I want to know about her. Like, she's absolutely gorgeous. She got a lot of opportunities. People fond of her. Okay, great. You have a great life. I want to talk about somebody that maybe has a little struggle in their life, maybe a little bit they overcame. Not to say she didn't have that, but it's probably in different aspects. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh. I can't be.
Yeah, I'm not interested in her that much to read about her life.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't know enough about her, and I don't care enough.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, I think the things I've known about her that I was interested, I've seen already. There's nothing new that I really, So well, at least we're all in agreement. Anybody in the chat's in agreement about that? All right, what about Sissy Tyson?
And it's somebody else, Michelle Burford. Buford.
How long is it?
Yeah.
It is. Hey, 16 hours and 8 minutes, but I don't put it on 1.0 speed. I do 2.0, so I'm thinking it's going to be half that.
Okay, let's look at these chats here. So when we left off, we were talking about going to a sprint and Pat. Yes, I did come in on that 2.5. Well, it was 2.5 hours. Wow, it was at like 1:45 when I came in on that sprint last night with Bree. And
wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. So it was written by Michelle Buford, and it's narrated by two people, Viola Davis and Robin Miles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe I don't know if I want to necessarily read it, but I definitely want to hear about it. Let me see. What's it called? Let me see my
Just As I Am, a memoir.
I wouldn't mind hearing, seeing what these voices sound like.
And it was released January 26, 2021. So,
Just As I Am, just as. Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the favorites. Maybe hear a little bit of it. Robin Miles. Why do I know that name? Is she an author?
I know that name too. I'm like, why do I know that name?
That's not familiar. Robin Miles, Viola Davis, Cicely Tyson. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Yes, so that's a long sprint. Did they talk or was it just sprint? I did catch like when I came back, because I was, I worked yesterday. I was like, dead to the wind, but I was trying to sprint. It didn't last that long. I didn't make the chat, but I did go to look because I saw it was done and there was like a minute of talking. Hey y'all, hey, and we're out at the end. But then they talk at the beginning. Oh, yes, that was a long sprint, y'all. But hey, they got their hours. They're good. Breeze sprints are epic. That's always a fun time. I've been missing lately though. Happy book day.
Okay.
Ooh, it's today book day.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
Every day is book day for me, but
right.
Let me know. Happy reading. Oh, it was for the sprint. Yes, hydrate, drink some water. Definitely. Hello, everyone. Oh, hey, my
Obeliskate.
Damn. Got it. I'm almost done. Almost.
I'm glad you all are reading it.
I don't know. I'm trying to get through it because I want to do a little video synopsis. It'll be real quick tomorrow. So my goal, this is my plan by the end of tomorrow. Hopefully by today. We shall see. Depends on how interruptions I got. But it's interesting. I'm trying to figure out if I like it more than the first. Don't know. But I'm enjoying it. Got here late reading All Our Shimmering Skies. Never heard of that, Mika. Are you enjoying it? Hello. Hi, G girl. How you
Gira.
doing? Hello. Always hydrate. Yes.
Mhm.
We don't need nobody passing out here, y'all. Gotta hydrate. Hope day is good. Yes. What are you reading? What are you reading? What is everybody reading out there? Say hello, hello, hello. Everyone's having a blessed day. I didn't work. Nothing bad happened. I think it's a good day. What about y'all?
I'd say it's a solid day. I'm still alive, so
There you go. I'm a simple girl.
That's one
Everyone
way of
read-
looking at it. Mhm.
Huh?
That's one way of looking at it.
Same book, Argentina classes started this week, and I'm a teacher. A lot of work, but not much reading. Ooh, Argentina. What's the time
Ah.
zone there? Hello, hey, Lucy.
Ulysses.
Hello, Nicole. How you
Hi.
doing? I'm like, you are on time. I always say that. You're on time when you get here. Editing done before my reading sprint soon. I may have to catch that later. Spend some time with the hubby, then I'll be catching y'all. Hello, 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 hello,
Hi,
hello, hello. 36 pages of my book and brutal and strangely poetic. 12-year-old protagonist surviving the bombing of her hometown, hidden in her mother's open grave. Wow.
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 That is a lot. Wow. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know now. Well, that's heavy.
Whoa.
I feel prickles just reading that, much less the book. Can I ask if it's
I'm guessing that's the beginning of the book, the first 36 pages.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Is that like a memoir or something? I'm you know how you read something tragic and you want to be like, is it good? Like, tragedy and good? I don't know. I feel weird saying that, but it definitely is interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's crazy. Whew. We're just kidding. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Rally. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Booked. Oh, it's booked in the UK. Dress up, go to school.
That's so cool.
Oh,
That
nice.
is awesome.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's
man.
cute.
Wow.
How many Black Panthers you have in that school today? I never heard of that. Do we have that in the US?
Interesting.
Maybe I don't know.
My school
Not
didn't
to
do
my
that.
knowledge.
Darn. You know what cool thing that they have in my my niece's school? I have a niece, she's special needs, right? So I don't know if it's just in her class because that's the only pictures that my sister ever sends me from this particular day. But for Black History Month, they have the kids dress up for like a little program.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I think she was Beyonce. My sister sent a pic and she was like, that's the best I can do. Like a little blonde wig. And then last year, she was was she Rosa Parks? Oh, I can't remember. I think she was Rosa Parks last year. But it's really cool that they have them like dress up in little different characters and stuff. But I would love a book day. I'd have a book day here. One day of a video or something.
8:30 p.m. in Argentina. Okay.
It's not that
Okay,
much
that's
later
not
than
too
it is
bad.
here.
Yeah. Okay. So in a few hours. That's not too bad. Okay. We're not keeping you up. No Black Panther characters. Oh, that would be cool though. I don't know. Teachers might be like, okay, y'all need that mask off. Okay. Let's see. Would y'all want to do another sprint?
Sure.
Sure.
Want to do 30 or 45? It'll be the last one for me because I gotta go and pay attention. to
Doesn't
the
matter.
TJ Young and the Orishas, but I think I'm going to prioritize the Obelisk Gate. That's a good one.
I heard that one is good.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard. Well, I was talking about the Obelisk Gate, but I never heard of TJ Young and the Orishas.
Yeah.
Is that a fantasy?
YA. Yeah.
YA?
fantasy.
Oh, okay. That might be why. Is that like one epic fantasy type things? Any romance in it?
I don't think it's romance. I haven't read it yet, but I think it's just fantasy.
Okay. There's a lot of YA around, that's for sure. I feel like I don't know. I think it's just what people read. I was gonna say, do you think that they do more YA fantasy than adult fantasy? I just think maybe it's more of what BookTube reads. I think a lot of people, I run across a lot of people on BookTube that aren't really like fantasy. Like in the circles that I run with, I said fantasy, I mean romance. In the circles I run with, I find a lot of people aren't really into why do I keep saying fantasy? Romance. And I find a lot of the adult fantasy that I have, that's a big component, which I'm all for. I think you get more of the story, I think, outside of that romance component of things happening when you have like a YA fantasy, because you don't delve too much into that. So maybe you get a little bit more plot sometimes versus all the sexy time. I want to hear about the sexy time, though.
Give me the sexy time.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with anybody's reading, though. Okay.
No.
There's some YA fantasies that I'm really interested in, but I'm like, do I want to read it? So I'm just like, okay. So I go and look at people's spoiler videos. Sometimes people don't want to spoil it. Like when I first started my channel, I was thinking, did I want to be a spoiler channel? And when I first started, I did do some spoilers on books that I read, and then I got out of it. But you know, there's a time and a place for some spoilers. So if y'all want to do a spoiler video, just list it as a spoiler, so people that don't want to have it spoiled, you know, will bypass it. But
right,
you know, there's nothing wrong with spoiling a book. There's some people that look for it, you know. Like I had a book I had read that it was a series, and yeah, shocker, right? And and somebody actually came into my video and thanked me for like spoiling it, because they were saying the new book was going to come out and they didn't want to reread. So I gave allowed them to get a recap without having to, you know, reread. So I appreciated the spoilers. That warmed my heart. Reading today is Nora and the Immortal Palace and Pickwick Pages by Charles Dickens. Classics there. Are you enjoying them? TJ Young is so good.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
TJ Young and Arissa's. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, I heard of it from Brandy, and I was like, oh, I didn't know about that one.
That makes more sense as to why I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's a middle grade. Okay.
Yeah.
Middle grade, okay. I was saying the wrong thing, middle grade.
Let's see. If you like Amari, you'll like this one. Amari's been making the rounds.
Yeah.
I know Miss Adrian has that nice special edition. You're still covered in it. Me precious, me precious.
Uh-huh. I don't know why I'm looking over here, because this is the stuff that's unread. It's over there.
We always have that unread pile. Bring on the smut. Yappers. You don't see that in classics. Classics handle, Nicole Rods reads a lot of classics. You don't see that smut in the same way there. Younger side of YA. Okay, that means no smut, limited violence. Probably like a cozy, right? It's a story set in Australia during the Pacific War. The protagonist is about to venture out into the war-stricken country to find a man she believes cursed her family. Oh, so is that a fantasy then?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I was thinking that was like a memoir or just a.
I thought it was like a historical fiction or something.
Yeah, historical fiction. Yeah, but you know what? You can have some historical fantasy fiction. I like that. I really do like books that have more history to it. That's something I didn't really think about until BookTube. I would love that. I have a Goodreads shelf label just there you go. I agree there. Yeah, there's a time and place for spoilers. So if y'all like to spoil books, if y'all
by the time I read some of these things that have been suggested, I've forgotten what the spoiler is.
That's true.
So I'm like, so you're
That's
not
definitely
spoiling
true.
me. You're not spoiling me. So I'm like, oh, okay.
That is very true. There have definitely been books where it's been spoiled for me, but because it was spoiled so long ago, by the time I actually read it, I forgot. And then I'll be reading, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that I already knew that this was going to happen.
That's true. I'm just putting y'all things. Sister Harlem's Library. And then Nell, do you have anything behind your like your handle? No? Okay, just L Nell Diamond and Nell Diamond. Okay.
Yep.
Hopefully
Thank you, Anna.
There we go. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe to everybody in the chat here. I've got the same copy as Adrian. Beautiful books. There we go. I don't think it's fantasy so far. I tend to think that the girl is just a vivid imagination. Ah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay, that works for me. No, Nelly Precious Diamond. I didn't know you had a
Thank
channel
you.
a video of yours. Awesome. That's
Thank
good. It went
you.
straight to it because it took me forever when I'm first finding it. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, let me find a video that somebody linked to her. You know, like
You know,
it's
mine wanted to correct itself and go to Neil Diamond. I said,
Yep.
I did not.
I've
Did
had
not
That
that.
put
happens
that
all the
in.
time. Like people will tell me all the time, like I tried to find your channel and this white man came up. And at first I didn't know what they were talking about. And then once I figured out that it was
Sweet
Neil Diamond,
Caroline.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, it took a minute. That's the thing about having like a name that's like with somebody else, though. But you know, you've Steve. Once people start getting you in their queue, then when they type it in, then it'll come up.
Yeah.
So I think I spelled it right, right? I was trying to be sister the first time I spelled it. Good. Okay. And then there you go. I think I did the other, but I might be wrong. Oh, you never know. You're the one reading it. It sounds pretty good for us thus far, though. All right, let me get to this timer here. We're going to do one more. We're going to do 45 here and then go from there. I'm hungry. I ate some food on the sprint, but I'm still hungry. Y'all went to go try to pop some popcorn and I don't have none. I've been thinking about it all day.
Oh no.
Oh, you got Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not her. Wrong one. All right, let's get to this chat here. Add this to the stream. And happy reading 45. Sorry, I thought I had taken it off mute. No, I was saying I was getting engrossed in this book.
Oh, good.
Trying to figure out what's going on. How did your reading go?
Good. I don't know how many pages I got. I wasn't counting, but I went from 16% to 27%. So whatever. I don't know how many pages that is.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know how many pages I
That's
got.
good. And what are you reading again?
X's and O's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. There's another rom-com that I read either last week, the week before. 5 stars, best book that I've ever read. It was incredible. This is not that, but it's not bad either.
Okay.
Not bad, but not good, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's fine. It's
Okay.
I don't know if I would say it's good, but it's fine.
It's adequate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's something. As long as you don't hate it, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's really something you hate.
I think this book is a lot more like awkward, and like there are a lot of like uncomfortable moments happening in this book. So it's like there are a lot of moments where I'm like, I'm gonna go back and rewatch this live to watch my facial expressions reading this book, because I'm pretty sure I'm making some weird facial expressions reading this.
What's an example of one of the uncomfortable moments?
Like I don't. She just does things that are like really cringy. She does things that are like, I don't know, like creepy or like stalker-ish, or like she's like that obsessive person who like obsesses and has like weird thoughts about people that she doesn't even know. Like she's that person. So I'm like, oh, honey, let's.
That might be
reel it
why.
in.
That might be why she has to go back through the dating pool. And
Yeah.
make sure so many kids
Yeah, I think she's gonna figure it out. That like, oh, this is the reason why they all broke up with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
We can all relate to that. Be like, you know how you're in a different place in life and you look
Mhm.
back at your life, you're like,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I didn't even ask you, Adrian. How was your book?
So I'm in chapter 5. So the foreword is done by Viola Davis, and then the first, like the introduction, I guess, but on the, it's funny how the audiobooks work sometimes. It was like the second chapter or something like that. Is actually Cicely Tyson's voice, and I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This is her. So I listened to it, and I didn't realize her parents were from Nevis. And I have a girlfriend who's from Nevis, and that was the first time I'd ever heard of the small country, island country near St. Kitts. So I had not heard of it before. So apparently her background, she was born in the States, but her parents were born in Nevis.
Cool.
So that was interesting. So she's still talking about her background. Well, now she's not talking. The narrator is talking.
Robin Miles, right?
Mm-hmm. Robin.
Yeah,
Miles.
I'm looking her up. It says she's acted on and off Broadway and on TV. And she's narrated a few books, including The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
She's done Zora Neale Hurston too. So
I'm trying to figure out what did she star in on TV. She looks familiar. She kind of looks to me like that. What's her name? Tandy
Newton.
She was in Norbert, huh?
Tandy Newton.
Yeah. She looks a little bit like her. Murder by the Numbers, Law and Order, The Last Disco.
Everybody was on Law and Order. It's been on for so long.
Oh yeah, she does kind of like Tandy Newton. I can see that.
Yeah, Last Disco. Yeah, I don't know what else she's been on. Law and Order, The Last Days of Disco, Law and Order. A lot of Law and Order. It looks like 2 different series. Yeah, New York Undercover.
Oh, that was the show back in the
I
day.
know. Malik Yoba.
That was the show back in the day. And the musical artist at the end. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she went to Yale.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yale University for theater. And then she also got a master's there for drama. Oh, okay. You go with your bad self. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So now
Angela Bassett went too.
Oh, there you go. Got
Oh,
a Angela Bassett. Got some new subs in the house.
Thank you.
Hello, Ellen. Painting instead of reading. Hey, you know what? Whatever keeps
That's
you,
productive.
yeah, keep you productive. Okay, keep you out of trouble, Alan. Don't cause any trouble up in here. Okay. Let's see. Hiya. Hello. Oh, this thing is clicking here. Keeping me company while I edit it, catch up, having to overstart my sprints. Happy reading there.
Hey,
Stuff
Tiana.
working. Yeah, work sucks, but you got to make money there.
Mhm.
Hope everything goes well. Hello, pets. Just got home, relaxing and waiting for my dinner. Ooh,
Hey,
what's
Tia.
dinner? Yeah, I had to go get some food. I was like starving, y'all. My belly's full now. Book is extraordinary, tragic, and funny with the best child protagonist I've ever read. Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, you got some heavy content there hiding
Oh,
in the
yeah.
mama's grave. I'm still thinking about that.
I know.
Mhm.
I already forgot that. Oh crap. Palace. I don't know. Put what book you're talking about, Mika, in there.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the graves scene.
Yeah.
Yes. 255 Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampires. Disappointed in the lack of vampires, but I like the book. Oh,
I've heard that. That's been a consistent theme. That's why I won't read it.
Is it vampires or is it just way later in the book? Because 255, I should be getting some slaying by now. Yeah,
It's not like that. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
really? No. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Reaching for the little girl in Obelisk Gate is scary. She
Mhm.
is. I just know she's gonna be a badass because she has some
Mhm.
mommy issues.
Mhm.
Tia and
She's easy to mold to make scary.
Yes, yeah. Her little mind, I think her little mind's not developed enough to put her mom into perspective, and then
Exactly.
Shafi comes at the right time and is molding that.
She hasn't lived enough.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like she reminds me of Demaya, like when she was younger and taken away, and immediately is like, oh, somebody showed me kindness. Oh, you're my daddy. I love you.
Yes. Mhm.
Although I felt like there was a little bit of a pedophilia connotation to it. I mean, I don't see it there. I just feel it though. Well, the shimmering sky.
I think a little bit of all of that because it's about, it is like, well, this person is saving me. This person sees something to me that the other parentals did not.
Yeah.
And I need that. So I'm
Mhm.
grasping onto that. So any little bit of kindness I'm going to grab onto, not seeing that there's a reason behind that.
That's true. That is true. It's pretty good though. I'm enjoying it
Mhm.
despite the I want to say there's not anything happening because something big just happened. I just feel like they're kind of sitting in the same spot for the most part, but still pretty good. Hello.
No comment.
Huh?
There's a reason for everything.
Oh, I
There's a
know,
reason.
it's coming. There's still a whole nother book, so I know I haven't gone round robin, and I'm still at
I'm
least
proud
50
of you.
pages
You're
away.
reading the series.
Well, I wanted to. I'm just, like I said, it's not like my type of magic, but I'm enjoying the characters. I'm enjoying kind of the backstory. It's answering in a half-assed way, answering questions that I had about certain characters. So we'll see what will happen. What happened was.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, yeah, we're going to be getting out of here shortly.
Sorry. X's and O's is what I'm reading. Don't mind
okay.
the sticker. Ignore that. But it's X's and O's.
Wait, what's wrong with this sticker? Oh,
it's just a 50% off thing. It's not part of like the cover.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with getting half off, girl.
Oh yeah, I usually only buy books that are part of their buy one get one half off.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Especially with the amount we read, it's kind of hard to,
I go in there like once a week, and they usually like shift around and like they'll swap out like what books are part of it. So like at one point I got is it Grady Hendrix that wrote the Final Girl Support Group? That was part of it, and then now it's not. So it's like it wasn't, and then it was, and now it's not again. But I waited for it to be part of it.
Want. You need, when you see it, you need to buy it. Okay.
Yep. So I go in there every week, and I'm like, okay, do they have anything up there that's on my list? And if not, okay, well, I guess I'm not getting anything today.
You make it as part of your circuit, so you don't. People are like, "Why are you always going to a store? You never know what deals they have." Just to see. I meant to ask you about your book too. Oh yeah. Yeah, what was that name? I forgot already. Sorry. Finish chapter 4. Oh, you are. Yeah. I'm way past that. I'm about 50 from the end. It gets good though. I'm excited for us to talk about it. I don't know if I'm going to be on the live on Saturday. I think Gabby said Brandy was. I didn't know Brandy was reading it. So we'll see who shows up. But I definitely will be in the chats though. I'm off too. So
Yeah, I read it with Chloe and some other people in 21. I think it was in 21.
What, 8 p.m. Did you read the whole series?
Yeah, we read the whole series.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be
Chloe's channel was the host.
Oh, okay. For I keep thinking SF Black SF-a-thon, right?
Right, but she had it. She read it earlier.
Oh, okay.
So it was around this time, in 2021.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't around then. I missed it. But I'm on it now. I'm glad that other people are reading it at the same time so we can discuss it. Yeah. So that's good. Adding Mika's book. There we go, right ahead.
Yeah, Thistle and Verse. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. I was sitting there. I keep thinking Black SF-a-thon, which she said she's not hosting anymore. That last year was the last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that sucks. So anyway, we still got some other stuff going on, but you never know. Somebody else may pick it up. Alabaster reminds me of Dora. I don't know. I got to think on that connotation. Alabaster and Dora. I don't know. Alabaster is a bit of a dick, I will say. But you know how, like I said before, I think he's jaded a bit with stuff that's going on because he knows so much. So, whereas Doro's just.
I mean, you feel like you can say that about Doro. Doro was very jaded because he had been alive for so long.
Yeah, but he's like making people and threatening to kill everybody.
Yeah, because he just don't care no more.
Yeah, and Alabaster actually does care, you know. I mean, he's just, I think, you know how you have the, what do they call it? Like those tough love parents? That's just kind of, you know, how I feel like he is. But yeah, he's a trip. I'm still thinking about from the book 1 where she goes to the room and she's like, oh, I'm here to screw you. And he's like, oh, I thought all those other girls liked me. Really? Really? You thought they liked you? That's why they came to you? Oh, I don't know. What's the character? Let's see. Cool. Okay. So, what do y'all have going on? That was our last sprint. We are through the chats.
I have a video coming out tomorrow, as usual, Fridays at 12:30. I think tomorrow's my wrap-up video for February. February was a great reading month, I have to say. Like, I read so many really good books, and like I didn't know they were going to be that good until I read them. So I don't know how the rest of this year is going to look. Like, I feel like February set the bar so high that I am nervous for the rest of this year. But yeah, I have that. And then, Mika's here now. Me and Mika are going to be reading the 5th season, which is the first book that apparently most people here have already read. But if you haven't read it, me and Mika are going to be reading it probably the week of the 15th. We haven't picked like a specific day that we're going to start, but it'll be sometime that week. So one of us is probably going to create something on like Storygraph. So if anybody wants to join, like let me know, message me on Instagram or Discord or whatever, and we can all read it together.
Awesomeness. What about you, Miss Adrian?
I'm going to be doing some videos within the next few days. I was getting ready to do something last night, and then I realized I'm sleepy. That's not a good time to do it. So to do it last night, but I'm gonna do some like short videos because I realized I haven't, even though I did my Walter's Corner while I was away. So I did that one, and if you didn't catch the second episode, it featured a book written by my 3rd grade teacher. Who is also
Are you able to find out if people can get copies of that? Because I know that you said that you had like a special copy because you've gotten it a while ago.
I mean, yeah, it goes way back. So I don't know, but somebody told me that they got a copy. They had read
Okay.
it, and I was like, oh, okay. But it's quite old. I can't even. I need to contact Goodreads because I can't even add it. I had to add it to Storygraph,
hmm
but Goodreads, it doesn't have a scanning thing, so I was trying to type it in and it's not accepting it. So
hmm
I have to ask them about that. How do I do that? So I can count it on Goodreads, even though it's counted on Storygraph.
hmm
And yeah, all this month I'm going to be reading books written by women, especially women of color. And I'm looking at Delicious Monsters because Brandy gave it to me, and I was so excited to read it. So I'm going to start reading that soon,
Heard good
possibly
things about
right
it.
after I finish this.
Yes, I've heard good things too. I put it on my list.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know your video was out. I just saw it. I will take a look.
Yep.
Look at you at 89 subscribers. Look at you. Knock it out. Good job.
Yeah, I'm thankful. I'm like, oh, people are subscribing. Okay.
Doesn't that make you feel good? You'd be like, oh, people see I'm here. It took me forever. I was just like, darn, does anybody know I'm here? It's nice to just see people come to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's good. And I have some ideas for some other videos for sometime this year. So we'll see.
Okay.
But it also includes, like, similar to what I did for the Missy Elliott readathon, is I put together a quick video that I posted on Instagram and on TikTok, so that people can follow that. Just a way to get other creatives information out there in terms of what they're promoting. So yeah.
Nice.
It all goes together. Mm-hmm.
Courtney, are you sprinting next Thursday or are you out of town?
I am out of town. So I actually leave next Tuesday. So I will not be sprinting. Let me see.
Wait, so are we not sprinting on Tuesday either?
Yeah, no, I won't be sprinting at all next week. So if one of y'all want to take my spot,
I was going to say, I would consider sprinting on Thursday, but I'm scared.
Why?
Because I've never sprinted on my channel before.
Well, I can walk you through it.
I feel the same way.
Together.
Okay.
Don't let sprints with friends go down.
We got this. We got this, Adrian.
I am. Let me see. I am. Okay, so.
And Friday's my birthday, so it'll be like a birthday eve sprint.
There you go. You can call it birthday sprint.
Happy birthday!
Happy early birthday. I'm going to try to still be around even though I'm out of town, but it'll kind of be sketchy. But I mean, if I do sprint, I'm going to have my computer, but I don't know where I'm going to be because I'm going to be going between a few different places. So if I do a sprint, it's going to really just be like a pop-up sprint. It won't be that long. But right now I'm not planning that. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm not sprinting at all next week planned. And then the week after that, the week of the 12th, I won't be sprinting on Tuesday, but I will be sprinting, at 11 a.m. on Friday, the 17th, because I'll be getting back late on Thursday and it'll be way too late. So if y'all are available on the 17th.
I hope you're going someplace tropical.
No. I'm going over to Texas. Go and visit the family in Texas. I have family that's in 2 different locations in Texas, and then I'm traveling with my sister to another location. So it's literally, I feel like I'm going to be in the car half the trip because there's hours between all of these locations. So going home to visit my family in Texas is always a lot of driving and a very high expense for me. Because it's all on me. There's nobody that's helping me out. So, so that's the reason I do it once a year. So, but I do plan to find some books, some good audiobooks, and hopefully that'll keep me company. That is whereas I haven't had that before. So we shall see. But anyway, but the 17th at 11 a.m.
That's a Friday, you said?
That is a Friday. Yes.
I start my new job on Monday, so hopefully I'll know what my schedule is going to be like to know if I'll be able to join on Friday.
Okay.
Congratulations, new job
Thank
and
you.
birthday this
Wow,
morning.
Yep.
Come on
There
now,
we go. There
come
we go.
through.
Yep.
And that is all that I have here. Yeah. If I can think of some other plans, I will. I will see. Like I said, I have my computer. I don't know what everybody's Wi-Fi at other people's house is, so I really can't commit to something. But if I am able to do a sprint, I'll message you on Instagram and let you know if I set something up. Even in the afternoon, even if I am able to commit to like a Thursday or Wednesday or something like that. But right now, I just don't know. I know my Wi-Fi is pretty darn good because my husband is all over that. But I don't know. My one sister stays like in the country with cows and stuff. Maybe I'll take some footage of that. But
oh yeah, you should vlog this trip.
I was thinking about it. We shall see. It's definitely going to be a unique trip. So, and I have some books in mind to match it. So I'll just let the video speak for itself if I can make it happen. But yeah. So we'll see. Whatever I can get on my cell phone, because I'm not taking my camera because I'm not trying to destroy that sucker. So we'll see what happens. I'll be reading. So yeah, I'll be out of the loop as far as with this, but I'll try to hopefully I got tons of tags, I try to, I'm trying to get these tags knocked out. So those are pretty quick for me. So maybe I can make that happen. We'll see. We'll see.
I finish all my tags. That's just
really? Oh, I need to get you committed to some more.
I finished mine too. Because you tagged me in one. I filmed it already. I just haven't posted it yet. I think it goes up in like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to stretch them out. Yeah, I like that. That's why I got my planner here.
I didn't do the last one that Courtney did for me. So I need to do that first before I do the other ones. Yeah.
Well, I got about like 8 tags. So I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be coming in with some other ones. I have some tags from.
I got my book, so I'm just writing stuff.
Oh, pretty. Oh, that's your planner?
Yeah, this is a book that I just started writing things for my channel.
That is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. Mine is a plain blue. You can see that. That's what it looks like. And the paper that's coming off of it is,
I don't even have a planner. I just have like a notebook that I just write all of my
it's
related,
literally like a diary, and I just write my stuff in it. So
yeah, I had a little notepad, just a regular notepad, but then I wound up finding I had like multiple notepads. So I got this little planner for free. So I just decided and it's a blank one too. If you ever want to get one, I think this one's like a 14-month planner, which is why I got it. But it has like the blank, things so I can write in whatever month, so I can start in whatever month that I wanted to. Because I think I got it in November. And then you have like the individual little pages, so you can kind of free form. But I use this for a lot. Like I put like all my notes in it, as I'm reading, because I was having like tons of note pages all over and then losing them everywhere. Whereas in here, I can actually write, I'll write the book and then write something. Oh, you got Melanin Eclectics planner.
Nice.
I was gifted one, and then I had bought one beforehand. And I did not do it last year, so I've been using it this year. So yeah, but I know people have been drawing, and I'm like, I'm not that artsy in terms of drawing, so I'm just literally just using it to write down my thoughts about whatever book that I read, and monthly TBR, which can definitely change, as you all know. And I just love the different pictures that are in there.
That's pretty.
Which,
I saw her video about that.
Yes, literally her own creation. So she's really good.
Oh,
is that the 2023 or the 2022?
2022.
Okay. Yeah, I know she was talking about making a new one. Yeah, I was looking at that one when I was looking for a reading planner. I mean, I didn't need anything fancy. I just wanted to have some pages to put everything in one little concise thing. And then I got gifted this one, and it's plain, but it does the trick. So, but I may get the other one once.
Yeah, I just wanted to support her, and I got some, what was it? Some stickies that came with it, and some washi tape. I'm like, gotta figure out how to use those.
You said washi tape? What's washi tape?
Bookmark.
It's like decorative tape that you use for like crafting and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, I have seen that. Okay,
yeah, so
that's cool. It's a nice
like
planner.
this,
Oh, that's pretty.
and
yes, you did a good job with that.
See. Yeah.
And then can't you buy like extra pages or something? I think in there, like papers or whatnot.
And then her packaging was something like this, and then I have 3 of them.
Okay.
Inside different sizes.
You can use that for presents, right? Isn't it sticky? There you go. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. So, like I said, let me know if y'all have any help with wanting to set up some Sprint or something or whatnot. And if y'all do, let me just message me and let me know when it is, because I'm not gonna be as committed into being nosy on BookTube out of town, because I'm gonna be driving around. So let me know. I'll check in, and then if I can't be on camera, then I can be in the chat.
I mean, Adrian, if you're good with the Thursday at 5, we can just stick with that, since that's what we've been doing.
Okay, let me check my.
When
we go off camera, I'll give you my phone number.
Yeah. Let's see. Get the here. Oh yeah, hold up. I'm sorry. I stayed on this one for a reason.
Oh yeah. So I am reading The Hunger, but that's not until April.
Gotta get a time frame. What's The Hunger about? Is that what that was?
It's a horror book. Kenny challenged me to read horror books. So there's 2 that I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna do a reading vlog for, because I've never read horror before. So this will be like my first experience. And she was the one that gave me the 2 books, and The Hunger is one of them.
The Hunger. Well, I've never read that one, but but horror is pretty good. I never thought you can get scared from a book. You can. You can. It's been a while since I read horror. The Hunger. I'm gonna write that down. I might want to read it too. The Hunger. I remember her asking about that a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read a good horror in a while. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. What is wrong with my thing? Oh no, I just lost my spot. Okay, anyway, thanks for sprints. I feel like my mouse has a delay, y'all. The more the merrier. I think she's talking about this season. You want to take over. Why not? You're fine. Look to Tuesday. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna be traveling, and I didn't even get a direct flight, y'all. They be wanting an arm and a leg.
Oh no,
flying. Yeah. Normally I like to get there. Like I don't mind.
I hate to change, because there's always the chance you're gonna miss the second flight.
Yeah. Well, there's enough of a layover, unless they really are messing around. But I don't mind if I have to multiple flights to get there. But coming back, I want to be home, like done. But it's double flights they're coming back too. And I'm just like for a direct flight, they wanted like an extra $200-$300. I'm like, really?
Yeah, flights are crazy expensive right now.
They are. And the flights that make sense, that get you there at the most reasonable amount of times, which to me, reasonable is leave early and get home as early as possible, anywhere before 4, is just they always want extra money for. And I'm like, really? It's annoying. Like, they will fly you out of your way. Like, to go from, I'd normally be from Philadelphia Airport. To go to Philadelphia to Texas, a lot of times I'll get routed through like maybe North Carolina or Atlanta. Yeah. Yep. But they I had one flight that was like Philadelphia to Cincinnati to Houston. I'm like,
I was gonna say Cincinnati is another one. Cincinnati, Chicago, Atlanta, North Carolina. For some reason, those places always have layovers.
Yeah, but it makes no sense though to go all the way out of the way. It's annoying though. It really just is
What
annoying.
airline are you using?
I'm United going, and I think American coming back. But it's out of 2 different airports too. So it's just ridiculous. But Gotta do what I gotta do, y'all. Go check out the family and support my sister, but it's just annoying. I'd rather be going to the Caribbean. Participating in your sprint if you do that. Oh, look, there you go. Folks are already waiting for you. There you go. I was gonna let y'all know. Make sure y'all subscribe and she'll be posting something. Missing you already. I'm missing y'all too. I'll be around. Thanks for the sprint. Thank you for coming by. Thank y'all for coming by. Cannibalism. Ooh.
That's what the hunger is about.
Okay, I'm circling that now. What a cannibalism. You said you're doing that in April?
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe I'll do that in April. Oh, is this a person of color author?
I don't know.
Hey, Kenny, what's the not that it matters, but I want to know, is this the nationality of the author? Cannibalism. I'm gonna put April. That way I can plan. You never know. It might be good for just to even, so I can at least, in sprint we can talk about it or something. Kenny gets hold of some really good books, so I'm pretty sure she likes it. I read that. Did you like it? Do you like it? Cannibalism. Okay, that works. Exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
That fits right into my authors of color. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't ask how long it is. I'll look at it. I'm trying to get over, y'all. I'm trying to get over my fear of these long books. I'm not trying to get into like 804 pages or so. What was this? I was looking at somebody's thing earlier. The Priory of the Orange Tree.
That book is huge.
I read it.
It has such a beautiful cover, and the synopsis sounds amazing. But dang.
I don't even know what it's about. I just saw how big
book.
It was, and I was like,
I did the audiobook.
That's still long, though. How long did you listen to the audiobook? A week? Like, that's long.
I'm trying to remember how long it was because it was a while back.
It has to be really long.
It was crazy. Like, Neva held up the audiobook. She was like, or the book, she was like, Priory of the Orange Tree. And I'm like, what? She turned around, it's like just as thick as this. And I'm like, dang, like, I can't. I don't want to do it.
I know Jen is reading it, or I don't know if she finished it or not, but Jen was reading it. I'm just like, girl, I don't know how anybody gets through that book. That book is massive.
I mean, I like my reading, don't get me wrong. And maybe, people can think what they want, but maybe I can be a bit of a snob when it comes to certain books, but I don't want a book that's so long and books that are serious. And especially, I've seen books that are long, maybe not that long, but like 607 pages and are part of a series. Mm-hmm. And it's like, darn, that's just, I don't know. I just feel some type of way. But I am reading N.K. Jemisin. That's part of the series. These are like
how long are those
pages? Like 400 pages, so just shy of 4. I don't know if her other books are longer, but 400 is doable.
Yeah,
I can go up to 5. It has to be really good, but it's still, that's a lot for in the series too. Like I did the Anedia Corfor books last month, and I read a lot of hers, but they're actually pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
my goal
she does very short books.
Yeah, her books are short. Like I think Who Fears Death looks small, but it was really 400 pages with smaller print. But all of her other books are like 200, a little bit over 2, less than 2. So you get through them. Not that I want to be getting through tons of books. It's just that I just don't want to be reading some book that's 400 or 500 pages, and then I have all these other books sitting here winking at me saying, how come you haven't read me? Because I'm still stuck.
I did the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin and did the omnibus. So it's like Priory. It's big like that. But understand it's more than one book within.
Okay.
How many? That's three books, right? Or is it 2?
I think it was like 3 in the fourth one because it has like the smaller book that's in there.
What is the page count of Priory? Let me see if I can find out what the page count is of that.
Somebody saw about it on IG. I think they said like 804. It's just a lot. I don't know. And especially for an author that you don't know about. Like I've heard a lot that is good, so I'm pretty sure it's good. Like BookTube, for the most part, hasn't been steering me too off base. Back in the day, I used to just pick things out of a hat, so I can only say, But nowadays, I feel like I've gotten some really good recommendations, so I'm pretty sure it's good and it's not going to disappoint. But when you don't know, you're like, dang.
848. I feel like 700 for me is probably like, that's probably like my cap. I don't think I've read anything longer than that. And my thing is, I just get fatigued reading the same story or
Yes.
the same people for too long. The
Yeah.
story could be good, but I'm just like, and that's me with anything. Even if I'm like watching a TV show, like I can't do anything for too long because I'm just like, I want to do something else.
Oh, you tabbed it up too?
Oh my God.
Is that Priori?
No.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, okay. That's the one that has multiple books in it, though. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like she has like a certain aesthetic for her books. Is that normal? Because that looks kind of like Fifth Season.
Yeah.
Like the colors and stuff.
Yep. So so this has 4 books. The
Oh, okay.
100,000 Kingdoms, The Broken Kingdoms, The Kingdom of Gods, The Awakened Kingdom.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
so
you
it's
know,
4 books. Okay.
And that's why they said the omnibus. And so it's, over 1,000 pages, but it's 4 books.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. That's what, like 3, how many? Hold up. 1,000. Let's say if it's 1,000 divided by 4, 200 something. Nah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. And also we're breaking it up too. That's another thing with the Curious Owl, like it's, a book a month or whatnot. So, but that's not bad. Like I can get up to about 5, but I'm not trying to,
It would have to be a really good story for me to go past 5. Like when I read like ACOWAR, that I think was 700 pages. But that story, that book was so good that it didn't feel like it was that. I mean, it felt like it was that long because of how many days it took me to finish it. But I was enjoying it so much that I didn't realize how much time had passed of me reading it. So like I was fine with that. But if it's a story that I'm not even really feeling like that, and that's why I'm kind of nervous to continue with the Throne of Glass series, because I'm like, I didn't really like Assassin's Blade. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but wasn't a huge fan. So like I can't imagine as you keep going, the books get longer. Like Assassin's Blade was like, I don't know, 300 or 400 pages, but the last book in that series is like 1,000 pages or something crazy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it that far.
See, that's why I like like if something's a series, let the whole thing be out. So I know what I'm getting into, because I don't want to really start something that's part of a series unless, I plan to do just a standalone or something, but I don't want to get into it and it's so much longer. Like I did the Ruin of Roses series, like when I first started BookTube. And that was one of the things that made me realize I didn't really want to embark on a series. I started on it because it was a series and I thought, I would get engrossed in it because I saw everybody else like reading all these series. And I was like, you know what, screw what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna do me. Because the first book was like almost 400 pages. And then the last book was 671. That's or 51 or whatever. Anyway, it's over 600 pages, but it was huge. And I was like, I had a certain mindset going in and I was just like exhausted afterwards. So I don't know. But anyway, y'all do y'all if that's what y'all want to do. But yeah.
I guess you and other people might look at books like that as seeing them as being daunting. And for me, I just like the Inheritance trilogy. I had that book for like a year and a half. I had bought it because I was like, oh, this is A.K. Jemisin, knowing who she was. And I was like, okay, I'm going to read it. For whatever reason, I didn't pick up the book until somebody said, okay, we're going to do a read along. I'm like, I already got the omnibus. I'm ready. So, and that's how I started reading it. But I had read what it was about. And I was like, oh, this is my thing. I really want to read it. And when it comes to sci-fi fantasy, I'm not expecting it to be small. That's why some people don't like Binti and some of the other stuff that Dr. Nnedi Okorafor does, because it's too short for them. They're used to it being big. So they're like the opposite.
That packed a lot in such a small book, I will say, though. I really did.
So. Yeah.
I think it depends on kind of what you're looking for. I think that would be a good feel. Like if you're really into big books, then that would be something to do as like a filler, because it's so short. Because the size of all 3 of those books, it's like that's like one of these, So I think it just depends on what you're looking for. But I think it's good though. Like, how you said that you had it, and then when there was like a little readathon or whatever going on, then read it with other people. I think that keeps you more accountable and gives you motivation. And that's kind of where I'm at with the Broken Earth trilogy. is that it's giving me more motivation that other people are reading it too. And because I don't know if I would have continued further, So, and Mayama also read that as part of the Thistle and Verse reading. Awesome.
Mhm.
And somebody else agreed with you.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me.
You can do a rant video. I haven't seen that one. That's one about like a vengeance, right? They were talking about
Yeah.
somebody. Okay.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, I haven't read it, so I really can't. I can't speak on it.
But I need to do the Bone Saga. I had these special editions and I still haven't started it. Yeah.
It's called The
I need to do
Bone.
that. The Green Bone Saga.
Oh, I never heard of that. What is that about?
Yes, you have. You're on book 2. Jade City.
Oh, yeah,
Big
yeah,
War,
yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's called the Green Bone Saga.
Oh, okay. I've been hearing a lot of
The
people about
series,
that
yeah.
one.
A
900
year-long
pages
slump.
in a slump. Yeah. See, and that's a concern of mine. I haven't had a slump yet, and I've heard a lot of people talk about reading a big long book, put them into a slump, and so that's my concern. Like when I read that Run of Roses, right? The last book was like 600 something pages, and I was like hurrying up and read it because I was in such a mindset. And granted, this was new or book 2 for me, but I was in this mindset of I got to hurry up and read this book. And I was like exhausted afterwards. And it took me a week before I picked up another one. I don't want to kind of get into something like that. But at the same time, I think it is good to take a little bit of a break to savor it. I don't take more than a day break, but still. All right, I got to get out of here, y'all. It's 8 o'clock. I was going to get out of here at 7:30. Thank y'all very much for coming. I'm sorry I will be seeing and talking to y'all for the next 2 weeks, maybe, possibly, maybe. But anyway, definitely on the 17th at 11 a.m. EST, I will definitely be back here. Anything in between, we'll see what happens. But I'll have some videos come out. I definitely know on Tuesday I have a tag already coming out. So I'll have some stuff be coming out so you can see this mug if you're interested. Well, thank you all for coming in the chats. Much appreciated. Thank you to co-host here. Y'all
Thank you for having us, and thank you all for subbing.
Oh, there you go. So